Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Yamaha, and specifically we're going to be talking about the Yamaha launch event that happened a few days ago. To be extremely specific, we're not going to be talking about the R15 in this video. I'm going to make a new video on that. We're going to talk about the thing that I'm actually the most excited about, and that is the Aerox 155 Maxi scooter. Yamaha is definitely going all out here in the sports scooter segment because the Aerox 155 has the engine from the Yamaha R15, which is a favorite bike for those who crave performance. The 155cc SOHC engine equipped with VVA produces 15 horsepower in the Aerox and 13.9 Newton meters, which, yes, that's right, it is the most powerful scooter available currently in India, and it's got that Maxi scooter styling going on as well. Now, I know quite a few scooters are being branded as Maxi scooters. You got the Suzuki Bergman, Aprilia SXR 160, but this one has taken that further because Yamaha has thought, okay, scooters are made for practicality, so let's just keep that aside. Let's go all out, make this as sportive as possible for the passionate riders who really want an exciting scooter, because let's face it, that was a gap in the Indian scooter market. There are sporty scooters, yes, but none quite as sporty as this. If you look at the images and the videos that Yamaha released, this scooter actually has a spine going through the front, which means you don't actually get a designated footboard to keep your stuff. And that's because the fuel tank is located there underneath the spine. So yeah, the scooter has an underbone design, which is the reason behind this slightly unusual to the Indian market design language. But if you ask me, I think it looks great. It's got the presence, it's got the Maxi scooter feel, and of course it looks better than the Bergman, it looks better than the SXR. Definitely, it's got the edges. You can tell it's a Yamaha instantly. It's got that design language about it. You can get it in these two sick colors, Yamaha Racing Blue and Grey Vermilion, and they're both great specs. I love it, and this should be a really fun to ride scooter. I really want to get my hands on this because man, it looks like such a great package. Now I know what you might be wondering, didn't I just say that this is the engine from the R15, then how come it produces 15 horsepower and not more than 18, which is what the Yamaha R15 produces? Now yes, it has been detuned a bit, and that's for the Maxi scooter kind of tuned to the engine. So yes, 15 horsepower, a lot for a scooter, the most in a scooter, might I add. But yes, they wanted that Maxi scooter feel, 13.9 Newton meters of torque, also quite a large number. See, the thing is, this scooter has a 5.5 litre fuel tank. So while you could probably do proper rides on this, this was actually the first thing that I said to my friend who was right next to me when I saw the announcement for the scooter. I think it was an Instagram post or something. I didn't watch the whole event, I watched part of it. So obviously I said to my friend, dude, we could actually do like proper long distance rides on this thing. But then I saw the fuel tank, it's 5.5 liters. I mean, scooter tanks aren't generally that big, but it's manageable, but you'll have to do a few more fuel stops. And again, this has a great boot space. So I know you don't get the footboard where you can keep like tall stuff, big bags, but you get a 24.5 litre under seat storage, which is quite a lot. So it's not like you're not getting any storage. Under seat is quite generous. In addition to that, you also get a small glove box at the front where you can keep stuff, and you can also spec that with an optional mobile charger. So yes, being a scooter, this has a CVT transmission. It also has a silent start function and also an automatic stop start function, which should actually aid the fuel economy. Fuel economy of this scooter is not going to be on the high side, let's face it. It's a performance scooter, it's an enthusiast scooter. It's going to be lower than the competition, but small features like this actually pile up to make a big difference, like the auto start stop. So I think that's a good addition. In addition to that, you get a disc brake at the front, a drum brake at the back, single channel ABS. The scooter weighs at around 126 kilograms, which is more than most scooters, but that's only because this has an engine which is bigger than most scooters and a lot of body cladding and stuff like that. So it has the power to manage the weight, so that should not be an issue. In addition to the underbone chassis, suspension duties are handled at the front by telescopic forks, and at the back you've got twin hydraulic shocks. And the ground clearance is 145 millimeters. That might not seem like a lot. I'm not entirely sure about it either, but road tests will confirm that. I myself really want to ride this scooter as well. So if it soon as it gets to showrooms, I really want to go there and take a test ride. If my channel gets our hands on that scooter, even better. If we can get it from a review for a review, that'll be awesome. This is actually quite a clever scooter as well. You get a 5.8-inch reverse LED instrument cluster, which you can do all sorts of stuff on. I mean, you can connect it to your Yamaha app on your phone, get ride tracking, phone information, calls, alerts, SMS, and stuff like that, battery of your phone even. So yes, it's got the features as well, and the instrument cluster actually looks quite good, might I add. One more noteworthy point is that the scooter has 14-inch rims, again tuned for performance, you can see, and the back tire is actually a 140 section, which is actually wider than the tire on my NS200. I know I just said that for the heck of it. I know you can't compare a bike and a scooter. I'm not comparing at all. Just something I wanted to point out. Again, to point out that this scooter is performance focused. Yamaha has thrown in bits and bobs there to make sure it is an enthusiast vehicle, and I'm just so excited because we had performance bikes, we've got tons of performance bikes, we've got scooters which are edging towards performance, the SXR, the Bergman, N-Torque even. Actually, the Bergman I wouldn't call a sports scooter, it's just a Maxi looking scooter, it's not entirely a Maxi scooter. But the N-Torque and the SXR, the SR, these are sort of edging towards performance, but they're still half practical and half sporty, and the segment works great, don't get me wrong, because it's a good blend for the Indian market, because we need to take stuff everywhere, and two-wheelers are obviously the way to do that because of crowded cities. But this scooter knows exactly what it wants to be. It wants to be focused, it wants to be fun, and it's going to create a completely new segment if this scooter works, and I really hope it works in the Indian market because we need refreshing things like this. I'm super glad that international entries are making their way to India, and I just hope people buy this thing, man. I'm not getting another vehicle anytime soon. My mom and dad certainly aren't. They're really happy with their vehicles. But if anybody asks me for scooter, before the guy tells me what sort of scooter he wants, guy, girl, whatever, I'm just gonna say get the Aerox because it's just absolutely brilliant. I know most people are gonna be slightly put off by the fact that it doesn't have a floorboard, but what a brilliant piece of design, what a brilliant spec sheet, and it should be marvelous fun. So getting to the price, it is expensive. 1.29 lakh rupees is the price for the Vermilion and the Yamaha Racing blue colors. If you want the limited edition Monster Energy spec, that is 1.3 lakh rupees. Now before you start yelling, remember that there are one or two Vespa variants which are 10,000 rupees more than this, and those are basically well-built style statements with an element of performance to them. They are the 150s as well, but if you want a performance scooter and you have this kind of budget, you should honestly look away from the Vespas and start looking at the Aerox. I'm kidding. If you want a Vespa, you can have a Vespa. They're good vehicles. They're not personally to my taste, but they're still good vehicles. One more thing I'd like to point out is that the Aerox is only 2,000 rupees more than the Aprilia SXR 160. You should keep that in mind too. So with all the features, all the power, the Yamaha engine, that awesome look, and the stuff that this scooter has to make it, to give it those performance scooter credentials, is starting to look pretty good for this price point. That's what I think at least. So this is what we know about the Aerox so far. I'm going to try and test ride it as soon as possible. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you like my content, check out my other videos as well. Tell me in the comments what do you think of the Aerox. Would you buy this if you were looking for a fast scooter? Or would you be put off by the fact that it doesn't have storage, or if you think it's pricey, that's perfectly reasonable as well. And basically that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful, guys. My name is Devashish Puranik, and I will see you in the next one.